most important, yet commonly overlooked details when decorating a Christmas tree is selecting the right size. There are so many variations by color, height, and even style, which can make this process a bit overwhelming. The deciding factors are actually the height of your ceiling and the space where you plan to set up the tree. The height measurement, of course, should also account for the extra space you will need for your topper. The goal for your tree should be to create a wow factor. I have done so for my tree by selecting a 7.5 foot to go in a room with 8-foot ceilings. I did take a chance, but it works because the height is supplemented by the slim cut of the tree. It complements the space, which is the corner of the room. This brings me to the next tip. Once your tree is set up in the desired location of your home, it is important to fluff the branches. By spreading every branch, and I do mean every branch, you close the holes and gaps you would otherwise have to fill with ornaments. And most importantly, you provide a solid base for your decorations. All right, let's get this tree decorated. From the top to the bottom, that is. I know, you probably grew up decorating your tree with the topper last, but let me explain to you why it is a better choice to start with your topper. By starting with the top of your tree, you're starting with your focal point. This also provides a theme or a base for the rest of your tree. Now is when you will garnish your tree with ribbon. I have decided instead of cascading the ribbon down my tree, I will use a series of trifold bows. The colors on my bow are directly inspired by my tree topper. What I'm showing is the tail end of the bow is flat so that I can secure it inside of the tree. A pro tip for this process would be to be prepared with floral ties or twisty ties, and that would make it a lot easier. Instead, I've just used the form of the branch and adjusted as I pleased. Once you have added ribbon to your entire tree, you will want to move on to adding your ornaments. Starting with the larger and moving your way down to the smaller in a diagonal pattern will help create balance throughout your tree. Last but not least is the finishing touch, the tree skirt. In this case, I will be using a throw that I already had in my home because it adds the perfect texture and finishing touch for my tree. Every tree should have a tree skirt. A tree without one is like wearing your baddest outfit you've ever owned with no shoes. And there we have it, this year's masterpiece. I would love for you to comment below if you have some of the same tips or different ones of your own. Thank you for watching.